Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Berbanya, lived a king named Don Fernando. He ruled the land with wisdom and kindness, alongside his queen, Doña Valeriana. However, the king fell ill, and no physician in the kingdom could cure him. Desperate to save their father, his three sons, Don Pedro, Don Diego, and the youngest, Don Juan, sought advice from the royal healers. The only cure, they said, was the song of the legendary bird, the Ibong Adarna, whose voice could heal any illness. The brothers, determined to find the Ibong Adarna, set off on a journey. First, Don Pedro, the eldest, ventured out. He journeyed far and wide, through enchanted forests and treacherous mountains, until he reached Mount Tabor, where the Ibong Adarna was said to dwell. There he found the bird perched in the branches of a magical tree. Don Pedro was captivated by its beauty, but as he waited for the bird to sing, he fell asleep under the tree. Little did he know, the Ibong Adarna's song had a curse. After each of its 7 magical songs, it would release droppings that turned anyone below into stone. Don Pedro was soon petrified. When Don Pedro didn't return, Don Diego, the second brother, went after him. He too reached the mountain, and like his brother, succumbed to the bird's enchanting song, falling asleep and turning into stone. Finally, Don Juan, the youngest and kindest of the 3, set out. Along the way, he met a wise old hermit who warned him of the bird's curse and gave him advice. Don Juan should slash his hand with a knife and rub salt into the wound to stay awake during the bird's song. Though painful, this would allow him to avoid the fate of his brothers. With this knowledge, Don Juan reached Mount Tabor and witnessed the Ibong Adarna's dazzling feathers. He followed the hermit's advice, enduring the pain to stay conscious as the bird sang its 7 enchanting songs. When it finally finished, Don Juan captured the Ibong Adarna, placing it in a golden cage. But his journey was not over. On his way back, he found his 2 brothers, now statues, at the foot of the tree. With the bird in hand, Don Juan pleaded for it to heal his brothers. The Ibong Adarna, in its wisdom, sang a special song, and Don Pedro and Don Diego returned to life. The brothers returned home with the bird, and upon hearing its magical song, Don Fernando was healed. However, jealousy stirred in Don Pedro's heart. He plotted against Don Juan, claiming the victory of capturing the bird as his own. Don Pedro and Don Diego betrayed their youngest brother, beating him and leaving him for dead on a deserted hilltop. But Don Juan's kindness had not gone unnoticed by the heavens. Divine intervention saved him, and he returned to the kingdom, not with revenge in his heart, but with love and forgiveness. Eventually, the truth was revealed, and Don Pedro was punished for his treachery. Don Juan, noble and just, won the favor of the people and his father, and was named the next king of Berbanya. Thus, the Ibong Adarna's song not only healed Don Fernando's illness, but also restored balance and justice to the kingdom.